All right, before we begin, let's say thanks to some very important people. Our newest sponsor, FBC Insurance. That is FBC Insurance. Perfect for new homeowners. Listen to the episode here. Or people looking to reshop their current insurance policies, maybe you. 5-star service, shop over 35 A-rated companies, multi-policy bundle discounts, new construction discounts, services available in English and Spanish, and they'll help shop their carriers and find insurance, get offers, whether it's for your home, flood, auto, motorcycle, boat, recreational vehicle, personal policy. 888-308-1841. 888-308-1841 or info@fbcinsuranceservices.com. You can also visit fbcinsuranceservices.com. Available in Alabama, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. All right. Dr. David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling, markwelltherapy.com, 10 therapists in-house in Georgia, 3 locations, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains and East Cobb, Marietta near the Square, and McKaysville outside of Blue Ridge. But the good doctor, the best in the business, in my opinion, offer virtual sessions anywhere you're at. Shoot them an email, ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. The Mad Dog Manny Aurora, based out of Georgia, but can litigate all over the United States. So if you're that bad guy or girl, criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, and more, theauroralawfirm.com. And Inspect All Pest Services, my friend Nick and his good people there. InspectAllServices.com, providing the highest quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. That's not all they do. They'll take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services. They're in the metro Atlanta and surrounding areas. If you'd like to be a sponsor on any of the podcasts, get a hold of me via thebaileyshow.com. Let's begin.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Bees as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
All right, there it is, episode 12. It's Honey, I Raised the Kids. Thanks for being here, listening to this podcast. We appreciate it. My name's Jason Bailey. There's my wife, Rachel.
Hey, y'all.
Better known as RaeJae.
Man, that's me and you.
That's me and you.
I like it when it's me and you.
That's me and you.
Me and you together forever.
I like when we record these because we have our vodka drinks.
Yeah, in our fun, shiny party cups.
Yeah, in our shitty house. In a makeshift Golden Scissors studio, which is all going to change here soon. You'll get a little inside scoop. So for those that listen to not only this podcast, but also the BS, you'll get a little inside scoop to this week's episodes on something that we're about to discuss. But yeah, we got our vodka drinks and we kind of get together and we shoot the shit and talk about how we are about to become empty nesters. I think, and that'll make sense here in just a second. So,
kind of empty nesters.
Well, you don't even know. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Oh,
you don't even know where I'm going with this because there's an observation that I made over the weekend when we were house hunting that I don't know if you picked up on or not. But before we get to that, thebaileyshow.com. If you like this episode, which is a freebie episode like Wednesday's episode of the BS, you can not only get it on Spotify or wherever you get podcasts because it's a freebie episode. It's not a subscription-based episodes like the other ones, but also the full-length episode. If you're a YouTube person, please go to the Bailey Show's YouTube channel at The Bailey Show. So go to the Bailey Show's YouTube, and you can see me, and you can see Rach, and you can see us moving our hands and see us, drinking our drinks and doing all kinds of things.
You can see the party cups.
See the party cups. You got to see the party cups.
The party cup.
I'm trying to fix my microphone as I'm talking here. So hope everybody, for those fathers and stepfathers, had a good Father's Day over the weekend. We had a blast. We had a good time.
I think you had a nice day.
I had a great day. I just, as long as I'm breathing, I'm having a good day.
Yeah. We had a good day because Poppy had a good day.
Poppy had a good day watching Poppy recover, even though he kind of runs into some snags here and there, after his heart attack a couple weeks ago. But it's different as you get to this stage in your life as we're becoming empty nesters, and for those that are listening, maybe you're an empty nester yourself. Father's Day is it means something different. Like there's a cutoff point when they're young, like with Bees and Caleb when they were younger, when they're 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, it was different. And then when they got into those teenage years where you could tell that they were more brats than anything else.
They're like, whatever, it's cool. I like me.
You kind of became more humble as a parent, at least as a father in my shoes, because you have to take yourself out of the equation and go, you were the same way at that age. It's nothing personal. Mm-hmm. It's just how they are. It's the
hormones.
It's the hormones. It's that thing. Now, as you get to a different stage, this stage, and Caleb's 23, and Bees is 19. Caleb's already out of the house. Bees is about to be out of the house for the most part full time when she goes to the University of Alabama in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Roll Tide.
Yeah, it's just different. I can't. I don't know. I guess I should learn how to explain it if we're going to talk about it. But it's just different as far as the way that I feel. I don't know. Do
you feel sad?
I feel sad. There's nothing that's going to be able to replace celebrating Father's Day when your kids are 10 and younger.
Yeah, that's a very true statement.
Nothing can replace that.
You are absolutely correct in that. It changes form so much. But I don't know how do you feel with them being adults? I know Mother's Day was different.
It was
we were in the car all day.
you had a bad run with Mother's Day. And I'm going through the same thing because, my birthday, we're, our situation currently, which is about to change drastically, wait for it. But I'm getting my receipt, because I'm getting, my birthday wasn't a big shebang. And
I did roofie you.
And you did roofie me.
I did.
On accident.
My bad.
And, which was an episode on the BS I think I talked about. Yeah, I did. And so that, and then Father's Day, and we're, in the shitty house. We're still in transition mode.
We are.
We
haven't unpacked boxes, which is so not your MO. And I know you are like beyond uncomfortable in the entire situation because none of our stuff is away and there's just things everywhere.
It drives me insane.
I know. You're doing a really, really, just so you know, props to you because you are doing a really good job of handling it.
Woo!
Not losing your shit.
I've gotten to a point where I've just waved the white flag. And all as I do every night is I pray, baby Jesus, please
baby Jesus.
Dear baby Jesus, I just hope as I get older and I repent from the mistakes that I've made.
Sometimes I do bad things.
This past year especially. Please get me into a safe place where I can do the things that I love. Like this podcast, breathe, enjoy life.
Have banana trees.
Maybe grow a peanut farm and not have to walk on sand in my own house.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
Listen, with the yard here, lack of yard here, so the Florida grass here is, what kind of grass is it? That's
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine grass here. So it's like a carpet and it's squishy when you walk on it, but there's no getting dirt up and through it. Like you're walking on grass and you're just kind of squishing along and go inside and it's good. Nothing on your feet. You're good to go. Here, there's no grass. It's just all sand. So the dogs, especially when it rains outside, they go outside and they come in and their little fluffy little Grinch feet are full.
Well, you kind of confuse people. We are in Florida.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry.
We have the St. Augustine grass, but the house that we're in,
yes,
it's got patches. It's like Steve. Yeah. It's like Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin when he went to go get waxed.
Yeah.
And when he left because he didn't get the full wax done, he just had patches of hair missing.
That's what our grass looks like.
That's what our lawn looks like.
Our grass looks like Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Every time we come inside, we scream Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson. So yeah, the Father's Day thing, it's just different, and I think the older you get, your kids, like the older you get and the older they get, but especially the older you get, your kids celebrate Father's Day differently with you, because then you're celebrating just life, like being alive. Like then you get to the point where you're like, I don't know if they're going to be here for next Father's Day and stuff like that. So the older I get, the older she gets, the older he gets, it makes me sad. It's because I don't know what we're celebrating anymore. Are we celebrating all the good stuff that I've done? Are we celebrating all the great things that maybe I've taught you? Or are we celebrating
just
like
happy you're alive?
We're just happy.
Here.
We're just happy you're alive.
Yeah, you're here.
So
it's fine.
As the older you get with Father's Day with kids, I don't know what we're celebrating anymore, to be honest with you.
Well, you know what? This year, I think we celebrated Poppy and Poppy being here. So to your statement, yeah, absolutely. Alive.
Yeah, alive. Well, yeah, boy, in his case, alive. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Here.
So I'm happy I'm alive.
Me too.
Happy I'm alive.
I'm happy you're alive.
I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy I'm able to do this. I'm tired. I'm just drained this whole thing. I thought once we got back to Orlando, everything was going to be fine, and I didn't realize the transition was going to be so tough, and this house has made it even more difficult because of all the problems.
Well, you're not a big renter anyway.
I'm not a renter at all. No offense to those that rent. I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
You're
not settled.
I can't be settled in something that's not mine.
I know. Oh, you don't have to tell me. I know how you tick.
And on top of that, with this house, the people that we're dealing with,
it's a struggle bus.
The lowest form of stupidity
I've live on the struggle bus
ever been around. Not only is it the people that own this house that are dumber than dumb, like they don't even put the D in dumb. Like they're not even that dumb. They're dumber than that.
Yeah.
And then the management company, especially that kid. It just, drives me insane. So, now it's gotten to like a legal thing and the Mad Dog's involved. I mean, it's just like a whole deal.
Thank God for Mad Dog. He's a beast.
So what I've done is, again, control your own narrative. It's fun to bitch about it, especially for those that are listening. You laugh at it. Everybody likes to laugh at other people's problems, right? So laugh away. That's fine. I get it. I have to laugh at it too because
we're here for your entertainment.
I'm stuck in the middle.
Yep.
But I said I'm going to do something about it. So you know what I did?
Get you.
I went out and bought a house.
We did.
It's like, fuck you.
You got to have a lovely little sneak peek into the world of what I have dealt with for the last 11 years in real estate.
Oh my God. That was another thing. People just didn't want to make money.
That is the norm. The stupidity level is the norm. The lack of work ethic is the norm. It's frustrating. It's exhausting.
Nobody wanted to make money.
No.
Nobody wanted to, I'm like sitting here going, you don't have to do anything.
Like I'll have my license in a week, dude. Just let me help you. Help me help you.
And nobody, and I'm not talking about one person in particularly.
No, it's a lot.
There was numerous people. Some people didn't even call me back that I thought were like friends or fraternity brothers or whatever. Like nobody even returned my call. I'm like trying to give you money. I just want you don't have to do anything, really. Rachel, do everything. I just need your help getting, nobody wanted to do it. So
unfortunately, that's the norm for the industry.
Blew me away. And it's not just the people that I was trying to connect with. I mean, that was really the least of our problems. The bigger problems were the people we were dealing with on the other side, So anyway, with that being said, we've been looking ever since we moved in here. Because this is obviously not the end game is to stay in a rental. But it's so bad. It was so bad from day one that unfortunately we've only been back to Orlando for 4 weeks. This entire 4 weeks I've been working, with the podcast stuff. We have a secret project that we're working on that's about to really come to fruition, which
we're almost there.
Which will be really, really
it's
cool.
A lot of work too.
Can't wait to tell you about that. And then different aspects of the podcast and not only this one, but the BS and goals and achievements that I want to do, that I'm excited about. So I'm making these connections and I'm having these meetings and these. So I'm doing all that. While I'm doing all that, we're out there looking for a house. And we have a very specific criteria for this house.
Yeah, you need a studio.
So here's, kind of like, okay, bringing it back to why we do this podcast of becoming empty nesters is, usually when us would go look for a house, you look at things like the kitchen and the backyard for the kids, and especially the bedrooms for the kids. It was all about the kids. It was all about the kids. You're going to have enough room.
What is your family dynamic?
Yeah. If they're young, are you going to have enough, how many years you're going to stay in the house so you can, have enough space for when they grow. There was a problem that we had with our house when we sold it in Atlanta. It was a split level house. It didn't have a ton of stairs. It had like these little pockets of little stairs, like 3 or 4 stairs. Mm-hmm. But new families with new babies
tumble.
They didn't want the stairs. And I'm like, you're in Atlanta. There's a lot of stairs. I mean, you're not going to find a lot of one level houses, I don't think. But anyway, so that's usually the criteria for going house hunting when you have a family. Now that we're about to become empty nesters, maybe sort of, kind of, and I'll get to that here in a second, that's not even on our radar.
Nope. We don't care if we're in a bad school district.
No, don't care if we're in a bad school district. The size of the rooms matter, but really don't matter. The big things for the yard was, will the dogs have enough room? I
mean, we buy houses for our dogs. Same way we buy cars for our dogs.
Right.
We buy houses for our dogs.
We bought your car for the dogs.
We did.
So we can go on trips and put them in there.
You were like, you know what? This is the car for you because this is why I'm a white SUV mom.
Yeah. And
because I'm a dog mom.
We, for the last couple of weeks, we've been searching for the specific criteria. Namely, like Rach just said, I need a special space for the studio. And I don't want to do everything like what we did in Atlanta. I don't want to do all these projects. I don't want to do
the full build out.
I don't have the money for it, to be honest with you. So I don't want to do all that stuff. I just want to get to work. So finding a house with, if it says office or den, it's not going to work because it's usually a small room.
Yeah, we just need like a bonus room.
I need like a 15 by 15 room, because I have to have my office and I have to have the studio and I have to have all these other things, the cameras and whatnot. So, and I don't want to build it out. I don't want to build a detached. I need something that's special. Very difficult to find. On top of that, you want a house with certain upgrades. I don't want to redo a kitchen. I don't want to redo floors. I don't mind doing paint. These little things, but I don't want to do all these things. Will we be able to find that? And will we be able to find that in an area we want to live in? Well, here's the thing. Is that, what noise was that? Is that my stomach or is that you?
It was my throat. Sorry.
Oh my
it's
God.
From the ginger beer. Sorry.
I thought that I like burped internally and then I stopped.
Not you.
I stopped internally burping.
Too many bubbles. Oh my God.
And the noise continued and that was you.
It was me. No, it was you really.
No, I don't think so.
It was, I think it came out of your nose.
So we looked all over. And Orlando's changed a lot since we've lived here last, and I lived here a lot longer than you'd lived here, and I've lived all over the city. But my criteria, as far as a human being, as a 49-year-old dad, has changed.
Sure.
I remember, this is actually one of the coolest things my ex-wife ever said to me, okay? When we got divorced, and it was amicable, right? It was cool. She said to me, I'm going to find you a house to rent when we move back to Orlando.
Okay.
And I want to make sure I find it close enough downtown so you get home safely. Because she knew I was going to be partying a lot.
Oh, that's good. That was really nice of her.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, it was really nice of her.
It was really, so she
wanted to make sure you didn't die.
So
what? She was thinking of me.
She was thinking of you.
She was thinking of me.
She found me like a really cool bachelor party house.
All right.
Right? Which was cool.
Yeah. Those your best life so I can move on. Bye.
Those days are done.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, we don't want to be close to downtown.
No, not at all.
How far can we get away from downtown?
And and originally when we were moving from California and we were kicking around like what we wanted to do and where we wanted to live, originally our idea was as far out as possible. This was before our special project, but it was like, let's move way out. Let's get a a farm. Let's grow
I want to be
peanuts.
close to the beach.
Close to the beach.
A peanut farmer next to the beach.
Right.
Such a good idea.
Those plans changed, because of this special project, but
Yep.
the podcasting stuff I can do anywhere I want. Anyway, we looked at houses in and around Orlando, and I've never lived north of Orlando. And I'm talking not in Orange County, Seminole County. I mean, I've never touched Volusia County before. And I know the migration is up to Volusia County.
It is that direction. Things are growing, being built that direction.
So we found a house in a city, for those not familiar with the area, called Deltona. And I never in a million years thought that I would live in Deltona. When I lived here, if you lived in Deltona, you were that guy.
Redneck.
Well, you know what? I am that guy.
You are a redneck. You learned that in California.
I found out that I am Deltona. I am Deltona through and through. Wave my American flag.
All right.
Look at my blue stripe through my flag. I will drive my truck everywhere I go, and I will spit tobacco on my shoe.
Let's go, y'all.
I am joining the Deltona community, whatever I need to join. I'm there.
We ride at dawn.
Yeah. So, that's just, these are my people. I found out.
These are my people.
It took me 49 years to find out these are my people. So these are my people. But when we were going through the house hunting process, the studio was the big thing. Mm-hmm. Now, again, go back. Bees, Caleb's obviously been out of the house. He's out of the house. That's not an issue. But we will be closer to him.
We will. Yep.
Well, I don't know what that means, but we will be closer to him.
I like to think that he's going to come and see us.
Think all you want.
Okay.
Just like I want to think my mom's going to come and see us.
Well, I
think
she might.
I think we've seen these people more when we lived across the country than when we now live an hour or less.
So close. I just want to see him.
Okay, so the idea was, okay, so Caleb's out, so Ariel will have to have a room. She's going to college. She's going to be back for Thanksgiving. She's going to be back for Christmas and
holidays,
summer and stuff like that. Yep. Well, for at least this first go around, she'll be back.
Don't tell me that.
And so we're looking around, and we find this house, beautiful house. The people that own it are so nice.
They're the nicest people ever.
Their agent, not so much, but they are just wonderful people. Wonderful people, good heart, great story with the house, a lot of emotion, a lot of love, just straight up good people. I want to be friends with these people.
Yeah, they're really nice people.
Such sweet people.
And they're from New York. And he has guns, and they're awesome.
Yeah, he's got guns, he's got trucks, and we got along great. So, so when we were looking into the house, we took Bees with us the second time, and she loved the house, and Bees' friend Kinsey's with her, and so walking around, they liked it. Did not like the other houses anywhere near as much as they liked this house, so on and so forth. So I observed something when we were doing this. Is that because of this special project, one of Ariel's best friends, this girl, Kinsey, we call her, is going to be with us.
She's going to stay with us for a while.
She's going to stay with us for a while.
Yeah.
And she's like family anyway.
Yep. She's one of our kids.
Yeah. So I just got this vibe from Bees that she was being replaced.
What? No way.
We're looking through this house, and
that's why we made sure that there's a room for both of them.
No, there's going to be Bees' room, and there's going to be a guest room. The guest room is going to be for a guest that we have come and stay, and Bees' room will be for her.
Now you wonder why she thinks she's being replaced is because you're allowing her friend to be in her room.
Well, you can't just you can't commandeer your room.
I'm just telling you, you created that feeling was your fault today.
My fault.
Yep.
That
was your fault.
You understand what I mean by you can't.
Yeah, no, they need to have we'll put Kinsey in one room and Bees can have her room, and then Bees is not going to be home all the time. We don't have guests all the time. So if we have people that come and stay, they can stay in Bee's room.
No, I don't want that. I think that's weird. I think that's so weird to have a guest stay at your house and have to crash in your daughter's room. I just think that's so weird. I've done that before.
But
it's awkward.
But you're also saying that she's having this feeling of being replaced, but you're like, it's fine. Bees is going to school, so Kinsey, you can have Bees' room.
Yeah, hold on for a second.
All right.
It doesn't make any sense to not. I mean, she stays in her room anyway. So it's like when she's here now, they stay in the same bed, they stay in the same room, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
There's going to be a time that we are going to have somebody, maybe last minute, come in town and have to stay in the guest room. So then if they want to stay in the guest room, which it's for, we would have to put Kinsey in Bees' room and then make her feel bad and be like, sorry, no, you got to go to the other room. Versus just stay in that room, because when Bees comes back, she's going to stay in that room with her anyway.
I don't know. I think you probably need to maybe have a conversation with Bees about that.
Well, she's going off to school. It doesn't matter. The game's changed.
Yeah, but you just said that she had hurt feelings.
I don't know that for a fact.
You noticed it.
I said that I think.
You saw it.
I got a vibe.
Well, you're pretty good with vibes.
Yeah, I'm really good with vibes.
All right, well.
But she's going to have to get over it.
Okay.
She's going to have to get over it.
Hey, I think that, all right, you tell her that.
I will. I mean, this is growing. And I also think that she had a problem with, she's going off to school. Yeah. We're buying a new house.
Yeah.
Her friend's staying with us.
Yeah.
And helping us with this project. And we're all very excited about all these things.
Yeah.
And she's not really that involved.
I don't know. She's like 1 foot out the door, ready for. She's focused on Rush and what she's doing. I don't know.
But that's what I'm screaming. Like, she's got her own world. She's got her own thing going. We've got our own thing going. I mean, there's obviously they complete a very visual separation of church and state. You know, she's going off to do her thing, and we have to live our lives.
Yeah.
And we're like taking our lives, like we're like, okay, we're talking about our lives as us.
Yeah. And
Kinsey, but not us and Bees, because Bees has got her own thing going.
She's got to go to school.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think she feels included.
But yeah, I'm going to have to talk to her. I don't want Bees to not feel included.
But she's not included.
But she is included when she comes home from school. I got stuff for her to do. She got a job.
I understand that when she comes home from school.
Yeah.
But that's, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then a month.
Yeah.
That's it. The entire year, she's going to be home a total, and this is just for this next year, because this will change, I promise you. She will be home a total of less than 2 months out of 12 months. She's going to be home less than 12 months. I mean, she might come home on a weekend or something.
Yeah.
And we might go up there and see her on a weekend.
We have to.
Right. But I'm just saying, this is a game changer, total game changer. And it's like we're swapping daughters, where she's going off to school.
Babe, I can't swap daughters. I need them both.
She's going off to school, and Kinsey's kind of taking her place. And I think there might be a little bit of jealousy, to be honest with you.
Well, and we're going to have to fix that.
Little hurt feelings.
We're going to have to fix it, because I can't have Bees sad.
But you can't, nobody's doing it out of malice. It's just life.
Yeah.
But I understand where she's coming from. You should have a talk with her about this.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely will.
Did you not see any of this?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it happened.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. That noise was you this time.
That was me this time.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
That was me this time. But I want a defined guest room. I want a defined guest room, and then she can stay in Bees' room.
We might need to discuss this further, because we don't really have guests that often. And I think
I'm telling you, when we do, it's just like everything happens last minute when we do. And when things in this house happen last minute, there's clothes on the couch, there's shit on the counter, and it's like everybody's scrounging around the last minute to get stuff together in order to make it happen.
What are you talking about?
Last minute. I'm talking about when things happen last minute. So if we have a guest room that's available last minute, somebody needs a guest room.
So we just have the room sit and collect dust.
You're going to have to get over that Bees is at school. That's the problem here. It's not about the guest room. It's about you. It's about you wanting a room just for Bees. She's not going to be there. So, you can't take up all this space.
Yeah, but
excuse
me, we're buying a house specifically for your requirements. I feel like I'm allowed to have just a let me live my life.
No, it's fine, but if it doesn't make sense, we're not going to do it. So if there's a guest room, there's going to be a guest room, and there's B's room. She can stay in B's room until, she's going to go off and get her own place sooner than later anyway. So I don't know when that's going to happen. And then B's room will sit there and the guest room will sit there. So, that's you just can't have rooms for placeholders. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not a placeholder. She's still here.
No, you don't
ask her about it.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm making the rules. It's my Father's Day gift. I make the rules.
That's it. That's how we make the rules. You get it as your Father's Day gift.
Let's think about what I got for Father's Day. It was great. I appreciate it. Thanks for everything. But the one thing I really wanted is to make the rules. So okay. I'm going to make the rules. That's my Father's Day gift. In this household, I make the rules.
My Father's Day's gift.
Your father's gay? Really? Tell me more about that.
My Father's Day gift to me is I make the rules.
Mm-hmm. Make the rules.
Yeah, that's what you think you do.
Yeah. So, I'm making the rules on this one.
Okay.
So when you get to this stage, when we will be downsizing.
We are significantly.
And that's part of it too is, you think about, the house that we had in Atlanta, everybody knows, if you've been listening for years or however long you know how much I loved that house in Atlanta. And we raised our family in that house and it grew because of all the stuff. There was so much stuff.
Well, we raised our family in that house for 10 years.
The garage, the workshop, the tools, the shed, the this, the yard, all
the things.
Everything. Anything you needed. I would even surprise Rach. She'd be like, God, only if we had a black rubber master lock that I could use. I'm like, oh, I've got one. You had
everything.
Everything.
It's like a little magic Pandora box.
If you needed it, I had it.
Yeah.
I had it left over. I kept everything. You know what? God, only if we had these types of screws. Oh, I've got those. So it was like one of those scenarios. I know if you're listening right now, a lot of you are shaking your head going, yeah, we're in that situation. And then when you try to consolidate, you get rid of things. You kind of go by the rule of if you haven't seen it, used it, touched it, thought about it in a year or more, then you get rid of it in order to consolidate.
And what happened when we did that?
It sucks because every time you go to consolidate, just out of the blue, you need, when you haven't for the last 5 years, that one thing that you just threw away.
The spare wood.
Spare wood. Every guy's got spare wood.
You had all the scraps.
I had scraps everywhere, 2x4s, 1x1s. I had nice walnut planks. I had everything. I had PVC. I had floorboard. I had everything. Subfloor. I had everything. And
we needed it.
Didn't have it.
We did.
And then you go to Home Depot and you just need 3x3 of something. They're like, oh no, you got to buy the whole thing. It's $28.
I don't want the whole thing. I just want a piece.
You can't find it on the scrap cart.
Find me a little baby piece.
I just want a little piece.
Go in the back.
Give me a little piece. That's all I want. A little piece. This is a good vodka drink.
It is good. A little bubbly.
So this house is done.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It just needs paint, so we're gonna have to find a painter.
Yep.
And then you got to finish out my studio. There are things down the road, little projects that we can do. Jeremiah fucking Sample is going to come down and help us.
I'm so excited.
He's such a great dude. Sample Electric. He's going to come down and do the renos just like he was in Atlanta. A lot easier for him to get to Florida than it is to California. So he'll do it out. He'll put my outlets where I want my outlets.
He's only coming and doing that for you.
I know.
Yeah, because he loves you.
He loves me so much.
Yes, he does.
And I love him.
I know. You tell him you love him before you get off the phone every time.
I do.
It's so funny.
When I get off the phone with JFS, I say, I love you. I do. I love that man. I love that man. He's such a good dude.
He is. He's such a good man.
So it's an interesting process is kind of the point of this show is as you become an empty nester in the home buying process and in the life living process, because, we're at all this is, it would be different if like we were still in California and I still had that job, or maybe
No, thank God.
I know, but maybe we're in Atlanta and, for somehow, I still had the job in Atlanta or whatever, and I was still in terrestrial radio, and it was like this long ago. It would be different because our life would kind of be set, but our life is not set. And I've decided to take a different path with my career, and I'm all in. And we, as a family, have decided to, you're going to get your real estate license, so you're back into that here in Florida. But there's also this big project, our future project, for our future.
That will be my direction.
That's
our direction.
That's our direction, right? That's the big thing. And that's a you and I thing.
Yeah.
A me and you thing.
It's really important, because navigating the world of the empty nesting and what to do with being all of the mom things for so long and everything being go, 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 go. I just don't know. And it'll be really good to help me have something to focus on.
Yeah.
To help to direct all of that. It's tough to figure things out. Once everything is so noisy and crazy and go forever, and then it just all settles and gets quiet.
Yeah.
And that's when...
And this house has got so much space, we're going to hear quiet.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to hear quiet. I'll be like, "Bae, what are you doing?"
Yeah, we're going to have to put little, Polar Express bells in every room.
Yeah. I talk to the dogs a lot.
So you can hear quiet. But this house is gorgeous. It's
beautiful.
Got the pool. It's got the yard. It's got the
saltwater pool. I'm really excited about that.
It's got plenty of yard. It's on a corner lot.
Bae, listen.
I'm so excited to get into this place.
Nanner trees.
Got banana trees. Never owned a banana tree before in my life.
I'm so excited about the nanner. Can we be nanner farmers?
Nanner farmers.
Yes. Can you point the only way that I can be a nanner farmer? Can you point the sprinklers at the nanner trees?
Yeah, you don't grow well.
I don't.
No,
I'm really bad at it.
You need more than a Miracle Grow.
I do. I need the Bailey help. Bailey grow.
You need as big of a Miracle Grow as possible. But we got the nanner trees, and it's got the work shed, and and I think I'm going to do my own lawn.
I know you said that, and I don't believe it yet.
Me neither.
I don't know if you're actually going to do it yet or not.
Me neither. I'm going to give it a shot, though. I need to get a little rider guy, though.
If you don't do it, I'll do it.
I know. I can't let the neighbors see that, though.
Yeah.
Can't let the neighbors see the woman do the lawn.
Half a second. It's really not that big a deal.
But I need to get a little rider guy.
Work up a good little sweat. You do need a little rider guy.
Yeah,
you need a little sun hat, your little rider guy, and a little sunscreen. It's Florida.
I could totally do that.
I feel like you won't have any issues with your allergies if you're on a little rider guy instead of a pusher guy, because you just cruise right along. I'll even make you a little vodka drink.
I don't mind the cutting the grass part. What I don't like is the weeding and the edging and all that stuff. There is this dude on social media. I am addicted to his videos, and I forget his name and I forget his company, but what he does is he does these videos where he goes and he finds houses that have lawns that are overgrown. And he goes up to the homeowner and he says, "Hey, this is my company. Can I do this for free?"
Well, that's nice of him.
And in return, he asks if he can film, because he's filming their property. Mm-hmm. So he uses it for content for social media. He's a really smart guy for doing this. And he does good for the community, and I'm assuming he could probably write off some stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So he finds the worst of the worst for lawns, and then he does a time-lapse video, where he starts out of him talking to the people, and then it goes really fast, and it shows him, and he's so good at it. And I'm watching this, and you'll see where the sidewalk is, and it's all overgrown. So he takes his edger, and he goes on the side of the sidewalks, and then he gets, his flat shovel, and he picks it up, and he throws it, and he picks it up and throws it, and then he blows, and he blows, and he comes back, and he does it again, he blows, and he blows, and he blows, and he goes back and does it again.
It's in high speed.
Yeah.
So is he really...
Time-lapse, yeah. Time-lapse.
Is he really good because it's speed demon size?
No, he's just really good at it. He's efficient. And then he takes the lawnmower and I'm sorry, my hand got in your camera spray. And then he takes the lawnmower and it's done. And then he's over and done with. And it's like and he's like, if you want to see the rest of the video and see how the lawn turns out, visit like my YouTube page.
Of course you want to see it.
I mean, dude, you're brilliant. I love this stuff. So I'm watching him. I'm going, like I used to do my own lawn. And when I lived in Apopka.
Oh.
And it was a big lawn. It was a big yard. And I would spend
I want to call Crystal and ask her. I don't believe you.
No, you should. I did a good job.
Yeah.
And I would had a push mower.
Yeah.
And I did the edging and everything. And I was so proud of that. And I would spend the entire day out there doing this.
Well, that's a great idea.
And then when I was done, I'd have her come out and we'd look at the lawn.
Look at the lawn? I can't wait to look at the lawn with you.
But in Florida, because it rains so much, you have to do the lawn every week. And so it's time consuming, right?
But you have good time.
Oh, what are you saying? I got all the time in the world?
Well, I think you got great time. It's one day a week on the weekend. You can go and do a little ride. If you got a riding mower, it doesn't take you all day.
Yeah. The
you like party. You like to do stuff outside, projects outside. Yeah. A little, I'll give you a beer. Yeah. You can go ride your lawnmower with a beer and your little sun hat. Then get in the swimming pool.
Yeah, I have a feeling what's going to happen is I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
For a couple, maybe a month or two.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out just like what I always do when I start something. I go buy all the little toys. And I'm going to go buy this Mac Daddy John Deere thing or whatever.
Such a good idea.
And I'm going to have all the stuff and I'm lined up and ready to go. And I'm going to prep the night before and get excited. I'm going to do it. And after like a month and a half, I'm just going to be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Then I can do it. I don't mind doing the riding lawnmower.
I don't mind doing the riding lawnmower. I just want to do the edging. I don't like doing the edging.
Why? That's the best part because then it's it's very satisfying.
Here's the thing.
Here's the straight lines.
Listen, here's the thing. Is that the damn thing that you use and it's got the little whippies?
Yeah.
The whippies always break. And then to replace the whippies are a pain in the ass. Now,
I think they have new ones that the whippies don't break all the time.
Well, the one that I own, the whippies break.
That was back in like a bazillion years ago. You're telling me this is wife number 1.
All right. If you can find me one that the whippies don't break.
I'm going to ask Dad.
Okay, whatever.
Let's ask Poppy about it. He'll tell you.
I haven't done a lawn in...
You're thinking real hard. Keep going. Roll it back. Keep going. How long?
It's been about 20 years. So the lawn...
We have a child that old.
Yeah. So I'm hoping in the past 20 years that the lawn technology has come long enough so that the whippies don't break anymore.
You know what? I know you have a lot of listeners that are going to laugh at you.
Well, Andrew Sparks does a lawn.
Oh.
He could tell me.
Listen, he will
Sparky's
for
Lawn Service.
sure be like, dude, this is the one you have to get. It is the correct one. Just do it. Yeah. He'll tell Andrew Sparks.
I'll ask Andrew Sparks of Sparky's Lawn Care. One of the sponsors of our podcast.
Yeah, I think he'll know.
Yeah.
Yep. And he does good. He's a good edger.
Yeah, he's a great edger.
Well, maybe he needs to come down and visit and give you some tips on edging.
Give you some edging tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sparky, how do you do some edge?
You make a mean edge.
Yeah. But man, I want to get one and I'll put some BS stickers on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
see, it's such a good idea. That sounds fun.
So before we get out of here, because speaking of the stickers and stuff, people are asking how you get those things. We have a merch store on thebaileyshow.com, even for the Honey I Raised the Kids stuff. But there's going to be a big announcement on tomorrow's episode of the BS. So if you're looking to possibly get merch and stuff like that, tomorrow's episode for you subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, we hope that you do subscribe. I love seeing more subscribers. I mean, just in the past 4 weeks, it's been great. So thank you to everybody that subscribed to the show and listens to the show and whatnot. And those that are digging what we're doing, what RaeJae and I are doing, I see the number of plays just increase every week. I mean, this is only episode 12, but every week I see another 500, 600, 800,000, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. So thank you for doing that too. But yeah, please subscribe to all the episodes, and you get those on Spotify. So if you go to thebaileyshow.com, we also this week, should be tomorrow, we'll have some familiar names, people, especially those in the Atlanta area, actually in a couple different cities. You're going to know who these guys are. All right. Some ball players.
Fun stuff.
But yeah, big announcement. I've been putting out codes for the last
Big
week
things.
or so. And some of you guys, I think, have figured it out. And a lot of you guys are really confused. So I
really, really had high hopes for all of your listeners because they love it when you do things like that. And I was thinking that there was no way that they weren't going to get it.
well, I don't think any.
They weren't going to guess.
I think 98% of them didn't get it.
Oh, wow.
I think like
see?
a handful got it. I think those that got it, I know a couple people definitely got it because of their posts. They were being cool. They're like, I got it.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to tell everybody, which I appreciate. I thought that was
gave y'all
cool.
good props too. I was like,
No.
they're gonna get it. They're gonna do it.
It's
No,
too
they're
difficult.
Gonna guess.
It's too difficult.
Too clever this time.
So, as we finish up with this episode of Honey, I Raised the Kids, Father's Day gets weirder the older you get because you're celebrating not so much of being a father, you're just celebrating that you're not dead yet. And as you house hunt, as you become empty nesters, your criteria changes
Way different.
because you're not so much house hunting for kids, you're house hunting for you,
Where's the bar going?
your space, and how much room the dogs have to run.
And the nanner trees.
And that really sums up this episode of Honey, I Raised the Kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Where can I put the bar? So, all right. You got anything before we get out?
I just love your face and my nanner trees.
Yeah, you're very excited for the ninjas.
I am.
Don't get too excited. You're going to find a way to kill them, I'm sure.
No, but you're gonna save me and point the sprinklers at them so they don't die.
I'm going to point the sprinklers at them. That is correct.
So they don't die.
I will do that. All right. TheBaileyShow.com. You will find all of our social media up there. Please give us a like, share, follow, at Listen to the BS. But all that information is on TheBaileyShow.com. Please sign up for the newsletter. Also, get some merch, if you want. And become a subscriber. Please become a subscriber. TheBaileyShow.com. Subscribe to the podcast and support the cause. All right. Have yourself a great week. Again, a happy Father's Day to those fathers, stepfathers, and everybody else. And we'll talk to you this week on the BS. Bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way, and if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information and episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Subscribe at thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, baby.